maybe the problem is not that you did not find the right method. Maybe the problem is that if you really learn, you will have to become someone new. Maybe you are not learning English. Maybe you are fighting the version of yourself that has been sitting safe for years. And the truth is, you are not afraid of failing. You are afraid of changing. Let me take you somewhere very familiar. It's morning. Your alarm goes off. You open your eyes slowly. The room is quiet. The light is soft. For 1 second, everything feels okay. Then the phone is in your hand. You don't even remember picking it up. You're just scrolling. Someone's travel photo, someone's new job, someone's Instagram story in perfect, clean English. And something small happens inside you. Not a big pain, not a scream, just a quiet feeling, like a small stone dropping into still water. You think, I should also improve my English. You put the phone down. You get up. You make tea. You forget. And the next morning, same alarm, same phone, same scroll, same quiet feeling. Same stone dropping. This has happened before, hasn't it? Not once, not twice, many, many mornings. And here's the question I want to sit with you for a moment. Are you not learning English, or are you proving yourself every day that you cannot? Because something is happening that has nothing to do with grammar, nothing to do with vocabulary, nothing to do with the method you are using. Something deeper is going on, and I think you already feel it. Let me tell you about how the brain works. Not in a complicated way, just in a real way. Your brain is lazy. I say that with full love. It's not an insult. It's actually how brains survive. The brain always looks for the easy path. Like water. Water always flows down. It never climbs a hill on its own. Your brain does the same. It builds habits. It builds patterns. It builds a story about who you are. And it protects that story. Because that story keeps you safe. If you believe you are someone who is not good at English, your brain will work very hard to keep that belief true. Not because it hates you, because it knows that story. It has lived in that story for years. Changing the story costs energy, costs discomfort, and the brain says, no, let's stay here. Here is warm. Here is familiar. This is the hidden enemy. Not your English level, not your accent, not your past teacher who made you feel small. The enemy is the comfort zone that has been holding your identity for a very long time. And I know what that looks like in real life, because I've seen it. Maybe I've lived it too. You join the gym on January 1st. You're excited. You buy new shoes. You go 3 times. Then one day you are tired. You skip. Then you skip again. Then the membership card sits quietly in your wallet for 11 months. Sound familiar? Or this. You find a great English course online. You pay for it. You feel good. That feeling of buying something always feels like progress. But the videos stay unwatched, saved for later. Later becomes never. You are not lazy. Please hear that. You are not lazy. You are protecting something. Here's another one. You're in a group, friends, family, maybe colleagues. Someone says something in English. You understand it. You have a thought, a response, an idea. But you stay silent. You let the moment pass. And later, alone, you replay it in your head. I could have said that. Why didn't I say that? And you feel a small frustration. Not at others, at yourself. Or this one. You are watching a reel. Someone posts a story in English. You want to reply. You type something, you read it, you delete it. You type again, delete again. You close the app. You feel like you failed something, but you cannot name what. That is not a language problem. That is a self-image problem. The version of you that exists in your mind does not speak English confidently yet. And every time you try to act bigger than that version, the old version pulls you back, like a rubber band. Snap, back to safe. Now here's where it gets interesting, and maybe a little uncomfortable, but I promise I say this with love, because this is the part most people never talk about. Is it not the language stopping you, but the version of yourself you see? Think about it honestly. When you imagine yourself speaking fluent English, what do you see? A confident person, a person who travels, a person who handles situations, a person who gets opportunities. That sounds good, right? But now go deeper. That person also has new expectations on them. That person cannot hide behind, "Sorry, my English is weak." That person will be asked for more, given more responsibility, seen differently by others, and some part of you, that quiet, small, protected part, is not sure it is ready for that. So it does something smart. It keeps you just below the line, just close enough to learning that you feel like you are trying, but just far enough that you never have to fully arrive. This is not weakness. This is not stupidity. This is the human brain doing what it always does, protecting the known self from the unknown self. And this brings us to something I really want you to feel. Fluent English is not just a skill, it is an identity shift. When you start speaking well, people treat you differently. Your family sees you differently. Your friends see you differently. Even strangers see you differently. And you see yourself differently. That is beautiful, but it is also heavy, because now you are someone new, and being someone new means leaving someone old behind. The old version who stayed quiet, the old version who always said, "My English is not good enough," the old version who had a very good excuse for every situation. That version is familiar, that version is comfortable, and letting it go feels like a small loss, even if what comes after is so much better. This is the cognitive shock nobody prepares you for. Growth has a grief inside it. You grow into something new, and you quietly say goodbye to who you used to be. But here's what I want you to know. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not the exception who cannot change. You are just human. And every human who has ever grown has stood exactly where you are standing, right at the edge, looking at the new version and feeling afraid. Think of a tree. In winter, a tree looks dead. No leaves, no color, no signs of life. But underneath, in the dark, in the quiet, roots are growing deeper. You cannot see it, but it is happening. Your growth is like that tree. Most of it is invisible. Most of it happens inside. Most of it happens before anyone can see it. And one day, not suddenly, but slowly and surely, the leaves come. Or think of a lion. A lion does not motivate itself before it hunts. It does not give itself a speech. It does not wait to feel ready. It just moves. One step, then another, and the hunt happens not because of a plan, but because of movement. You do not need to feel ready. Readiness is a feeling that comes after action, not before. Are you not avoiding practice, but afraid of the day you actually change? Read that again slowly. Because this is the real question. You buy the course. You save the videos. You plan to start on Monday. Monday becomes next Monday. Next Monday becomes after this busy week. And the busy week is always there, because the busy week is not the problem. The fear of arriving is the problem. Arriving at a new version of yourself is terrifying, because you do not know how to be that person yet. You do not know how they talk, how they think, how they carry themselves. And the brain says, this is too unknown, let us go back. But here's the beautiful truth. You do not have to know how to be the new version of yourself. You just have to take one small step toward them. And that small step is enough to start the shift. So let me give you something real. Not a plan, not a method, not a 30-day challenge. Just one small identity-based action. Today. Not tomorrow, not Monday. Today. Say one sentence out loud in English. Not to a class, not to a teacher, just to yourself, in your room, in the mirror if you want. One sentence about your day. Today I woke up feeling tired. I had tea this morning. The weather is nice today. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be impressive. It just has to be real. Because that one sentence is not about grammar. It's a message to your brain. It says, I am someone who speaks English. Not, I am trying to. Not, I want to. I am. That's an identity statement. And identity statements change the brain slowly from the inside. Or try this. Record a voice note, just for yourself. No one else hears it. 30 seconds, in English. Talk about what you did today, what you ate, what you felt. Don't edit it. Don't replay it 5 times looking for mistakes. Just record it and save it. Because 3 months from now, when you listen to that voice note again, you will hear someone who was brave, someone who started, and you will feel proud of that person. Or this. Next time you're watching someone's Instagram story and you want to reply, type it. Send it. Don't delete it. Even if it's 2 words, even if it's simple, send it. Because the psychological act of sending that message tells your brain something important. It says, I exist in this space. My voice belongs here. That's not a grammar lesson. That's a self-worth lesson. And self-worth lessons are the ones that actually change you. I want to come back to where we started. That morning, alarm ringing, phone in your hand, scrolling, someone's perfect English, that quiet stone dropping. What if that feeling didn't have to be pain? What if it was actually information? What if it was your future self tapping you gently and saying, hey, I'm here. I'm waiting for you. Come a little closer today. Not tomorrow, not after this week. Today. One sentence, one voice note, one reply. Not to become fluent overnight, but to tell your brain a new story. The story that says, I am someone who is becoming. Not, I am someone who failed. Not, I am someone who keeps trying and stopping. I am someone who is becoming. And becoming is not a destination, it is a direction. You do not need a new method. You have enough methods. You have enough apps, enough YouTube channels, enough grammar books. What you need is permission. Permission to be imperfect and still move forward. Permission to sound different than you imagine. Permission to change slowly, quietly, invisibly, like roots growing in winter. And here's the thing about the old version of yourself. The one who stayed quiet in groups, the one who deleted messages, the one who bought courses and never opened them. That version of you was not the enemy. That version of you was protecting you the best way it knew how. But you do not need that protection anymore. You are ready for more. Not because you are perfect, but because you are reading this or watching this, and something inside you is nodding. Something inside you already knows. The secret method was never the method. The secret was always the decision. The decision to let yourself change. The decision to say, I am not the same person I was last year. The decision to walk forward even when the old version is pulling at your sleeve. Even when the brain says, this is too much, go back to the scroll, go back to the safe. Walk forward anyway. One step. Just one step. You are not bad at English. You are just at war with the version of yourself who believes that. And today, maybe for the first time, you are starting to win. Not by studying harder, not by finding the perfect method, but by deciding. By saying, I am becoming someone new. And I'm okay with that. That decision, that one quiet, brave decision, is where everything starts. So the next time the alarm rings and you pick up the phone and you see someone speaking beautiful English on your screen, do not feel the stone drop. Feel the nudge instead. Feel your future self reaching back through the screen and saying, come on, just one step today. I'm right here. I'm waiting. And I look like you. This was never a lecture. This was never about grammar. This was always about you. The real you, the one who already knows they are capable of more, the one who has been ready for longer than they realize. Go say that sentence, record that voice note, send that reply, not because you have to, because you want to meet the version of yourself waiting on the other side. That version is kind, that version is confident, that version speaks English, and that version has been you all along.